I'm just gonna, even though it's not in my picture, because it's too shaded, but I'm gonna put it in because artistic license. And why not? Right, and there is a slight sort of pink just on the inside here. I just want a little bit of this burnt sienna. It's such a tiny area and I don't want to overwork it, but it's important to get this bit right. It's going to set off the whole picture. Any of you who are regular viewers will know I like to do the eye. I think if you can get the eye right, you're usually winning. Did the stream die? No. That's where I've got to with that eye. No, the stream didn't die. Did I miss something? Damn, it's gone all blurry now that I've moved it. Right, warm grey. Where's my warm grey? 2. It did for a minute. Oh, okay. Morning, Jamie. Good morning, Faisal. Well, I don't know what happened there then. How's everybody doing? Right, now I've got to think about how I'm going to do this. To use the burnt umber might be the best. This goes to about put in this mark here and then I know where that is. Has everybody got plans for New Year? Let me just change my light slightly. It's less glary. Anybody doing anything special to celebrate the new year? Bunch of us are going to the pub. Cool. Good. I have to say, I've reached that age where I'm just like, it's just another night to me. I will be going to bed at a reasonable hour, and when I wake up, it'll be the new year. I haven't stayed up to watch the new year come in ages. I used to do it every year. When I was little, my auntie used to throw the New Year's Eve party and we would all go to her house. I can remember hating it, actually. Not the party, but hating knowing that the drive home, which was a good 20-25 minutes, I would be squashed into the back seat between two of my brothers, both of whom would be drunk, and I would have to endure sitting next to two drunks who never got along with each other whenever they got drunk. And I'm just like, why do I always have to sit in the middle? Right here I've got this bit here. I guess I just value having my sleep more than I do needing to see in the new year. It's just another day. Boring, I know, but I've done my years of staying up for the new year. I never truly really knew the words to Auld Lang Syne either. I could kind of get the chorus, but where you suddenly, you cross your arms and you hold hands with everyone, you start singing for Auld Lang Syne, and I would just mouth the words and pretend that I knew them, and nope. Does anybody know all the words to Auld Lang Syne? Don't think anyone does. Thank you. Thank you for reassuring me about that. Still not sure how to do this bit here, so hang Ironically, the only words I know is "be forgot." Yeah, I think you're probably right, actually. I'm trying to think of the tune in my head, and I'm just like, for Auld Lang Syne. Blah 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 blah. That's how I would sing it. Blah 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 blah. I don't know it. There's almost a touch of beigey red here, so I'm just going to put that in. mix that beige red in with this murky green. Gets really dark here in the corner. For goodness sakes, go over there. How's Storm Garrett for you? Is it Garrett? Garrett? It blew the door off our greenhouse. I got up this morning and thought that the storm had blown the door off the greenhouse, but Nick said it happened yesterday, so it just goes to show how much I notice these things, and this is why I am not a detective in the police force, because I do not notice things, and if anyone asked me to investigate a murder, I wouldn't notice anything. So yeah, all our fence panels remained, all our trees, everything seems absolutely fine. Oh, and it blew over a wheelie bin, so can't complain compared to how it's affected some people. So I saw, was it yesterday in Manchester that they had like a localized tornado or something, and there was some pictures on the news of people's houses that had the roofs completely blown off. And I mean, anyone who has their homes damaged in any kind of storm or flood or something, it must be horrendous. I mean, I just can't imagine. But especially in this period of time, sort of in between Christmas and New Year, when you're meant to be celebrating with family and, you know, all of that stuff going on, that suddenly you've got to deal with possibly having to move out of your home, or, you know, fighting insurance companies, trying to get contractors to come round and just make things safe and fix your home. I can't imagine how that must feel. I really can't. I just think anyone who has to deal with that needs all the patience in the world, because these things are not easy to get sorted out, are they? How about you? Did you get anything from the storm? Yeah, up north has it bad. And there was that thing, wasn't there, that I looked on the news at one point and it said, oh, Blackpool Tower was on fire, and there was like fire crews rushing to the scene, and I was like, oh my god, how has that happened? And then sort of like 2 hours later I checked the news again and it was like, no, it was some orange netting that was sort of flapping about on the tower, which I could just imagine. Yeah, I could understand why it might have looked the way it did, but that was funny. We are good, just really cold, which is good. Exactly, as long as you're okay, that's what matters the most. Right, I need to do this bit at the side. I feel at the moment that eye looks really sharp compared to everything else, so I need to get colour in around it just to sort of see how I need to balance everything up. Is anyone making any New Year's resolutions, though? I normally try and make something, but I sort of try and make a resolution more along the line of not of, oh, I'm going to do this every day, or I'm going to do that every day, or I'm going to eat more healthier, or I'm going to exercise every day. I don't do that. I sort of more set like, okay, in 2024 I'd like to achieve XYZ by the end of 2024. So I normally just set myself an achievement, and that works quite well. So like this year I knew that I wanted to start streaming, and I've achieved that. So I need to I need to sort of set really what I want to do next year. But I mean, obviously I've still got some time because it's not New Year's New Year's Eve until Sunday. So I don't know. I know I'm going to start some writing streams. So I'll still be doing the art streams, but there will also be writing streams as well, because, as I said to you before, I've got an awful lot of writing that I need to get done in the first 4 months of the year. So each day is going to have to be a big word count day. So normally I would do, if I was just writing normally, I would do about 1,000 words a day. And sometimes those 1,000 words come really, really quickly. And sometimes those 1,000 words are like trying to get blood out of a stone. And it is horrendous, and I'm staring at the screen for ages, wondering why I chose to do this with my life. So because I've got to get so much writing done in the first 4 months of the year, pretty much an equivalent to writing 3 books, I'm going to have to do 1,700 words a day to fit my target of everything. And so that's going to be really hard. If 1,000 words is hard, 1,700 words a day is harder. So I thought, instead of me sitting, I'm going to be sitting at my desk anyway. And I thought, instead of me sitting here struggling on my own, I might as well have a bit of company. If people choose to join me, then they can join me. If they choose not to, then that's absolutely fine. But I will be doing some writing streams. The screen, you will see the screen with the words, but I've applied a blur filter to it, so you'll be able to see me typing, but you won't actually be able to read the words clearly, because obviously the books that I'm writing are for Mills and Boon, and they can't be pre-published, if that makes any sense. So I'm not allowed to show the content of the book before it goes on sale. So that's why there's going to be a blur filter. But oh, thanks, Jamie. So I'll expect to see you then. Cool. So yeah, so you'll see the screen, you'll see me obviously, and you'll probably see this overhead camera will probably just be my fingers on the keyboard or something. But I'll do a display capture so you can see that I'm actually typing on screen. And there's going to be a lot more of those. But I don't know what sort of time. I think I'm going to do one on New Year's Day. I was thinking about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So hopefully I'll be able to get that started. So yeah. So there we go. That's probably going to be my big thing for 2024, probably, is going to be to start fitting in the writing streams as well. So yeah, there you go. So you can write along with me then, Jamie. You can be working on your script or whatever. I will probably set do like sprints, so I'll set like a little clock, a timer, so that I take breaks. totally. Just don't overload yourself. No, well, I mean, I'm going to be sat at the desk anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I'm going to be here, so I might as well have people along for company. Because normally would, I used to belong to something called the London Writers Salon, where I would sit and do my writing in a Zoom with everybody else. But you sit in silence for those and you don't talk to each other and stuff, and that's great. But I do find writing with company is a lot better. But I figured if I did them on my streams, then because they have set time with the London Writers Salon, I can't always meet those times because I have a life and I have other things to get on with, so I can't always fit in with their time. So I thought, well, if I do it as a stream, then if people choose to join me, then that's great, and we can chat or whatever, but I will be working a lot. So yeah, just don't get distracted. I will welcome distractions sometimes, because sometimes I love writing and sometimes I hate it. And it's just, especially if it's going hard, if it's really, really difficult to get the words out that day, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? So it would be good to have a little distraction every now and again, and just to sort of take a break from the keyboard and look to see what's happening in chat and just talk to everybody for a little bit. So that'll be good, actually. Do you want me to ban JK Rowling now? These pencils keep flying everywhere. This eye is looking better now. I'm starting to get some of the colour around it. Otherwise it just looked kind of sort of starkly out there. I'm going to get today, I did something, this isn't going to sound like a big deal to you guys, but for me this is a big deal. Like normally when I get money given to me for like birthdays or Christmas, I squirrel it away and never seem to spend it. And as the year goes on and Nick will be like, oh, have you got any cash lying around, because I want to fill up the car with petrol or something, and I give the money from my Christmas or birthday stuff. And you know, or if they're having takeout and it's like, oh, has anyone got a £10 note, and it comes out of that pile and stuff, and I never spend it on myself. And this year I was given money by my in-laws, and there were some books on my Amazon wish list, art books, that I really wanted, and no one bought them for me for Christmas. So I thought, you know what, I'm spending that money on myself. And I did. So I've got 4 books coming. One book that's coming from another country, so it's not going to get here until early January, and I'll show you that when it arrives. But the 3 other books I've ordered from Amazon, and they should be arriving today. So I'm really looking forward to getting those. So, because it's like, you know, good on you, thanks. It's just like, I never spend the money on myself. And I was like saying to everyone, guess what I've done? And I was like, I've actually spent Christmas money on myself. And everyone was looking at me and like, really? You have? Because they know that I never do. So yeah, so I'm quite pleased. I've actually bought myself something. I find it really hard. I don't know if anyone else is like this. I find it really hard to spend money on myself. So it's, I don't know. I think it's from having grown up in a household where there was never any money and everything that came into the house was secondhand, you know, hand-me-downs. There was never anything new bought. And I mean, on occasion, obviously something would be new, but I just have that mentality of, you know, this money could be better spent someplace else. And I really find it hard to spend money on myself. I mean, you all know that story that I told you about that time when I first met Nick, and he sent me off into Kingston upon Thames with his credit card and said, go for it, get yourself some things. And I came back with a packet of polos because I was like, I can't buy, yeah, I saw some lovely things, but I can't spend money on myself. No, absolutely not. And I find it easier to buy things for other people because, I don't know, I can just sort of imagine their joy at getting it, you know. And I've told you that I really like that moment of watching other people open presents that I've bought for them. And so I think, well, you know, Becca really needs that, so I'll get her that. Or Jared really needs this, or Jack really needs this for his room, and I'll get them. And I just find it really sort of, oh, this is a really long-winded way of saying, yes, I bought things for myself this Christmas. So yeah. Sorry, I went on a bit there, but it's just very unlike me. I need that gold. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so I'm looking at that tooth there. Okay. Does anyone else sort of like have trouble spending money on themselves? Oh, here we go. I'm the same. I can never justify just buying something for myself, even when I'm out. I'm like, do I really need this drink? I'll be home soon, there's drink there, but other people will be like, they need that. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. Because I can be out with the kids and they'll be like, oh, can we stop at Mackie D's and get, a drink? And I'll be like, but you've got cans of drink at home. You've got cans of drink at home, you've got a tap at home, you've got juice, you've got loads of things that you could have at home. Why do we need to... Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Other people I have no problem buying for. Exactly. It's weird though, isn't it? That we can be like that. Any guidelines for my little this is my warm grey too. Yep. There's a lot of gold in this bottom. It's quite dark here in this corner. I'm really loving this crocodile. Now I've got his eye in. I'm like, yeah. He looks kind of cool. He looks kind of cool. I'm good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this tooth here has got dark bit underneath it. I saw a trailer yesterday for a new Captain America movie called New World Order. It looks interesting. So we'll have that next year. There's I think there's a new Harry Potter movie next year, I think. There will be the second season of Wednesday, the Addams Family, Wednesday, with Jenna Ortega, I think her name is. So I'm really looking forward to that. I tell you what movie I started watching yesterday, and it's an oldie. It's an oldie but goodie. And I started watching it yesterday because it was while I was at David's house, sort of looking after his cat. And I'd not seen it for years, and I was sort of flicking through his movie selection, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I've not seen that for ages. And I had to watch. Well, I started watching it. I watched about the first half an hour, and it was Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Have you seen that? It's Michael Caine, Steve Martin, and is Martin Short in it? I can't remember. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Anyway, such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It is really funny and really clever, and it's about these con men who get conned. It's such. You keep meaning to, but you never have. Oh my god, Jamie, you need to see that. You need to see that movie. You will really like it, because you like comedy and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, I think you'll like it. Oh, that reminds me, have you seen, because I know you like Del Boy and everything, have you seen, there's a book, I think it's like the 12 Days of Del Boy or something. It's like a book about David Jason. I saw it in the supermarket the other day, and I pointed it out, and I was like, oh, Jamie would love that. I wonder if anyone got it him for Christmas. But yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. You should see that. I think you would really love it. He has many books about him and only fools, but nope, no one got it for me. Aww. I would have thought that would have been That would have been in your stocking. Maybe get it from the library or something then. Darky grey. Which is going to be the best colour for this? I think maybe just put some of that in because it's slightly redder. Can't believe I'm having to wave goodbye to Nick today for a week. What will I do on my own for a week? I have full control of the remote for a start. Won't have to watch any crappy football matches. Chestnut living it up in Ireland. Yeah, well, I know he's got a meal tonight. I know when he gets over there, there's a big meal just as soon as he arrives. As well, otherwise it's going to look weird. It's not near the eye, so I'll put it down Is he flying or driving? He's flying. Yeah. So it'll be, I think it's an hour and 10-minute flight or something from the airport. Right, okay, so I need that grey again. He has got, he has organised a hire car at the other end. Because he wants to be able to go exploring when he's not doing things with family. So yeah, so a bit of both really. Does anyone know how Haley's pup got on yesterday? Because it was going in to be spayed and have surgery on its foot. I know she was really worried about it yesterday. I'm sure everything went fine, but if anyone knows, do let me know. Actually, no, let's do this colour. Tea Fairy!
Hello everybody!
Nick says hi.
Goodbye everybody!
Nick says bye. Thank you. Bless him. Even though he's downstairs doing his last minute checks, he still remembered to bring me my cup of tea. Bless his little cotton. Drinking out of Jack's mug today. I put ketchup on my ketchup because I should have taken out shares in Heinz, the amount of ketchup we go through. Ketchup goes on everything. Everything. If I'd have taken shares out in that company, I would be so rich. The amount of ketchup we've gone through in our lives, jeez. But mind you, having said that, James puts blooming ketchup on everything. If we have a roast dinner with gravy, he puts ketchup on. If he has a curry, like say a chicken curry with rice, you have all that love. It's maddening. Ketchup on a roast, I feel sick. Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. You would think that it would be illegal with the gravy. And he has mint sauce as well. He will have mint sauce as well. So he'll have gravy, mint sauce, and ketchup. And it's just... God knows what his taste bud thinks happening. I'm going to use just a little bit of this browner ochre as well, just to sort of dull that gold. Excuse me. Just using this more of a blender and just sort of pushing the colour into the paper. Okay. I feel like I've wasted 2 years supporting that man. Wow. There's no arguing for taste, is there? I know yesterday he sent down a text because, you know, why bother actually talking to your family when you can text them? And he sent down a text saying if anyone would go to Greg's, they could name their price, because he really wanted stuff from Greg's. So I texted him back and said £1 million. Because he said, name your price. And yeah, he let me down. He said no, it was out of his budget. I was like, well, it's tough. I was just about to start streaming yesterday anyway. I said, I can't go. You need to ask Jared. But I don't think anyone went for him. At least I've got time after this to sort of say goodbye to Nick and everything. I think he leaves about, I think he leaves at 1. I think his taxi comes to collect him at 1. £1 million is reasonable. Yeah, well, I thought so. You know, and he said, name your price. So, you know, you can't put that and then argue about it. But I think we're just going to have something like really plain for dinner tonight. I feel like we've had a lot of rich meals. You know, with roasts, because you have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Do you know what I had yesterday, chat? And it was so nice because it was just so plain and so simple. I had beans on toast. Baked beans on toast. Lots of melted butter on the toast. And then the baked beans. It was so nice just to have something plain and simple. It was really, really nice. And I think tonight we're having new potatoes veggies and just cold meats to finish off what's in the fridge and stuff. So sometimes I think a nice simple meal is all you need. It always makes me wonder though, because I've been watching a lot of MasterChef recently, and it just makes me wonder, do they go home and just have like beans on toast? Because or do they do like chefy beans on toast and make their own tomato sauce and all that sort of stuff? But surely they do. They can't be chefy all the time. Right. Which colour is going to be best here? I think let's start with this. And I'll go in with the gold. Yesterday I was watching the MasterChef The Professionals, and we were down to like the final 3, and they sent them off to a restaurant in Copenhagen called Alchemy by Rasmus Monk, I think his name is, and he does food to make people think. That seems to be his USP. Oh no, that needs to be more gold there. Okay, I can take that out in a minute. And he has like this, I don't know if anybody saw it, but he has like this big warehouse type building, and in the center is like this dome, and it has projectors up on the ceiling, and they project these images, and he has art installations so that it feels like food is an experience to sort of feed the mind as well as the stomach. And he set the chefs this task that I was just like, oh my god, sort of thing, because obviously there's a lot of food waste, right? And he was looking at using ingredients that most people would throw away, and he gave them a table to choose from ingredients to come up with a dish, and there was things on the table like pig's windpipe and lamb brain and ears and tongue and like cod jaw, and it was like, yay, go make a dish. And they all chose to use like windpipe. And I'm just like, oh, it's turning my stomach. And Kasey, one of the chefs who I've sort of been rooting for since the beginning, everyone else sort of got the windpipe and sort of chopped it up into tiny little bits and like fried it off and things like that. But she kept it whole and filled it with like a mousse made from some other disgusting animal parts, and deep fried it, rolled it in batter and everything and breadcrumbs or something, and deep fried it, and served it on the plate with more questionable animal body parts and some pickles on the top. And the guy was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and I'm thinking, you could not get me to eat that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm vegan anyway, so I wouldn't, but even if I wasn't vegan, I would not eat that sort of stuff. I just could not bring myself to do it. And I know it's meant to be thought-provoking and make people question where their food comes from and trying to reduce food waste, and all very, very noble things. Yes, absolutely. But nope. Absolutely not. Oh, where's he barking at something? And I almost turned off because I've been watching it on BBC iPlayer, and I was just like, do you know what? I don't think I can watch this anymore. But I want to see who wins the final. Don't tell me if you've seen it. But oh my gosh, it was just so gross. Yummy. Yes, it was yummy. Like, one of the dishes he had in the restaurant was it was called caged chicken. He had these tiny little cages, and he had a raw chicken's foot that would hang out the end of it, but the bit that attached to the leg sort of, sorry if anyone's eating, but they sort of scooped that out and made it into a paste, then sort of mixed it with some other things like cheeses and herbs and things, then piped it back into the leg, and then sort of somehow cooked the end of the leg, even though the foot was still raw, and then sort of rolled it in some other stuff that I can't remember, and then laid this foot inside a little metal cage and served it to you. And he said the whole point of this experience is that you feel the cold dead foot that you have to pick up while you eat the leg. And I'm just like, no. No. If you want to protest about caged chickens, then there is other ways to do it, and not like this. Ugh, it was, yeah, it was not very pleasant. So good old beans on toast, I say. It's just, oh. Hey, Artsman. Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome, Raiders. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Just a couple. That's all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing fine. The art is looking good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy now that I've got like the eye in and sort of finished this line of teeth. I was saying earlier that I think that the next picture that I'm going to do, because I've really enjoyed doing like the crocodile teeth and everything, and this idea of like the ultimate predator, that I think I might do like a snake, but a snake about to strike, because I think that would be a really, really good picture if I could find a good reference photo. It all comes down to the reference photo at the end of the day. But we shall see. We shall see. I might not. Who knows? I'm sure there's something online to use. Well, yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope so. I will certainly be scouring the reference websites, looking for something along those lines. I mean, I've done a snake before, but it was a very quick draw that I did. You'll see it on the slideshow down below. It was just a very small piece. It was like a 5x7 piece, and it was mainly because I was trying a new type of paper, and I wasn't really sure that I liked the paper, to be honest. So it would be nice to do like a larger piece. But I also want to do some more ink stuff. So I was saying to Becca that I think I want to try and come up with my own piece of fantasy art, but like a whole thing. So not just like one subject in the middle, but like the background, everything, and do like a really sort of detailed piece. I think that would be like really cool to do, and do it in inks and have the whole composition be mine. I just think that would be awesome to do. So we shall see. Sounds cool. I think you could do it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do. Because I have my moments. Are you doing anything for New Year's Eve, Artsman? Are you sort of seeing the year in, or do you not bother doing any of that stuff? I say that as someone who does not bother doing any of that stuff. Just so you know. I'd just rather sleep, to be honest. Sleep is more valuable to me than seeing in the new year. Whatever the family is doing. Okie dokie. Okay, so I need this colour over here. They're more brown, aren't they? That sort of curve there. Personally, don't have any plans. Now, I stopped making plans for New Year's Eve a long time ago. I think especially when we had little kids, because it was like, because we had 4 children under the age of 5 when they were obviously little, because we had them quite close together. It was like having sleep was the most important thing. And it was like, okay, we've got them to bed, we've got them to sleep. Now we need to crash and get the hours before they wake up for like a 2 o'clock feed or a 3 o'clock feed or anything like that. And it was just crazy. And so we just very quickly, once we had the kids, we stopped doing New Year's Eve because sleep was more important. Where's my black gone? Right, so that comes down here. That's got a slight dark bit here. Gonna get something to eat. Cool. Yeah, see you later. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Happy with my little crocodile. Right. I need grey brownie. Right. Let's go back to the top of the head. I've really enjoyed this crocodile though. Another piece of art that I knew would push me. And I'm really glad with it. Glad of how it looks so far. Right, so I need more of a brown. More of a brown top to the head. Whew. Right, oh crikey, look at the time. Nearly done our 2 hours. No idea. It's quite dark line there. Right. Can't believe it's the last stream of the year. So there's no until next year. Yeah. I know, you have to wait a whole year. This is crazy. Yes. So that's it. That's it. The last stream of 2023. Let me give you a close-up. So we have, hang on, let me get rid of that. So we have snout, the top of the head coming in. I'm going to need to put a little bit of, because there is some staining on the crocodile's teeth, and I will put the staining in later, but at the minute I quite like that toothy white look. So we would just have to see. But yes, so anyway, there we go. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate that. Really do. So yeah, so I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their year. If you're going out celebrating on New Year's Eve, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will be back here to do art on hang on, I need to look at my own schedule because I've forgotten it already. Art streams return on the 2nd of January, so on the Tuesday will be art streams, but there will most definitely be a writing stream on January the 1st at about 2 o'clock. I think roughly around that sort of time. If something happens that stops me from doing it, I will put a notification up on Discord. But yeah, so you'll get your first writing stream on New Year's Day. Hopefully, fingers crossed, as long as nothing sort of gets in my way and stops me from doing it. But we need to get those words down, and what better day to start than on New Year's Day? So anyway, so thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for all of your support this year. Really, really appreciated everyone turning up for every single stream and spending some time with me this year when there are so many things that you could choose from to spend time watching, and you choose to watch me and follow me and subscribe to me, and I really, really appreciate that. And I look forward to doing this all over again with you in 2024. So have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you soon. Wouldn't spend it any other way. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Thank you. So anyway, lots of love to all you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.